Just in the headset.
Okay, then we can tolerate that. That's okay.
Yeah, I can't though. So I'm gonna try doing something like this. There we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Troy High School's 2024 Senior Night. Joining me in the press box tonight, Fullerton District Stadium, Arden Lai, Soham Dev. Looking forward to bringing you this TRHS Omnia presentation of what may be the deciding factor in who wins the Iota League. With 8 weeks done and dusted, the Warriors will suit up for one last home game before CIF falls upon us. These Warriors have fought long and hard to get where they are now, towering over everyone else in the brand new Iota League with a 7-1 record, but the job's not finished. Seniors Rudy Alcala, Maynard Blue, Caleb Quiros, and Tomi Inoue lead the charge against the 6-2 Vaqueros of Irvine, whose pass game is headlined by seniors Koa Bui and Deacon Moss, while the ground game is dominated by their running back, Brandon Figueroa. With this being the last scheduled home game of the season, we would like to give a shout out to every single senior player and cheerleader, as this may very well be their last time they get ready to put on a show before their home crowd, as we anticipate the kickoff coming up in just a few minutes. As we get ready for the kickoff in just a few moments, Troy and Irvine. This game was a storied matchup last year with Troy falling short by just 1 point. They're looking to take over the Vaqueros and win the Iota League with this matchup. Both teams are undefeated in the league. As we get ready to kick this game off. One Vaquero back deep to return it. Number 44, David Park, for the Warriors to kick off as he runs up, and we are underway as it's a squib kick in this first matchup. It's muffed by the Vaqueros, slowly picked up, looking where to go with it. That's looking going to the sideline. He has an opening. He darts forward, jukes, breaks a tackle, and he's eventually brought down right at the 48-yard line. That's the 48-yard line. That was number 14, Deacon Moss, on the return. I already mentioned him once in my opening presentation there, but he is a force to be reckoned with on this offense, isn't he, Arden?
He is. I think he has around 600 receiving yards for the
year.
Yeah, for the year, actually. And we're already in 8 games and 600 yards. That is very good for receiving.
Indeed it is. As the Warriors won the toss and elected to receive for this second half, Koa Bui in the shotgun. No one else in the backfield. Motions 32 over. Hands it off. That's 32 going up the middle. And that's around a 5-yard rush that time. That's going to be Seamus Hoffman for the Vaqueros with that first run play right away. See, 3 receivers to the left side, trips.
Kalabui in shotgun. Snaps the ball, hand off to number 32, and tackled.
Behind the line of scrimmage, that's a combination of Tomi Inoue and Kellen Watts that time, blowing up the backfield.
For the TFL.
Yeah. And after that, 3rd and 7 is up brought up. Koa Bui, quick pass outside. That's to number 22, Jackson Sheffer, and he gets tackled, wrapped up immediately. No yards after the catch on that time. That's 4th down and 5 right away on the first drive of the game. What do you think of that Warrior defensive stand, setting the tone in the first drive of the game?
Setting the tone in the first drive of the game is very important for the Warriors, as we see. It gives good momentum to the offense and defense.
Absolutely, as the Vaqueros now look to punt this ball away.
And Ethan Mudd, Kellen Watts, and Tomi Inoue coming off the field for Dane Schultz, Noah Heathington.
And back deep to return for the Warriors, that's Andrew Green. He's one of the younger players on our varsity team, only being a sophomore, as he calls for the fair catch smartly as there's 3 Vaqueros barreling towards him. So Troy, they didn't get a chance after forcing 3 and out to go starting from the 12-yard line, 88 yards to the end zone. Some interesting stats brought to you for this game. So last year, Rudy Alcala broke the school record for passing touchdowns in a season with 24, and that was including CIF. Rudy Alcala has 24 passing touchdowns right now with this entire game to play and no CIF currently played. What an impressive year for this young man.
Yeah, he can definitely break his own records in the next 2 games, probably possibly getting to 30 or 35.
Yeah, it's looking like it as the Warriors line up in the wing. Quick handoff right away. That's the Caleb Huss who jukes, dodges, and falls forward for 3 yards in that first run of the game.
At the 19-yard line.
Just ticked under 10 minutes to go in this matchup. You see the Warriors starting off with a run. What does that tell you about the tone or their game plan for this game here? As we call it, takes a snap, and it's yet another run this time to Ethan Mutt. He breaks into the second level, darting down the field. Could he go? He's being chased by 3 Vaqueros down the sideline, and he's eventually wrapped out and brought down at the Vaqueros 35-yard line. Explosive rush that time for Ethan Mutt, barreling through the first layer, speeding past the second layer, and there's a late flag thrown on the field. Maybe some extracurricular content after that play. Sportsmanlike conduct. We'll have to see what the call is. But what a run that time by Ethan Mutt, right, Arden?
Yeah, it was an amazing run by Ethan Mutt. I thought they were passing, and then the ball was down the middle. And I see Ethan Mutt running down like 40 yards.
He over-pursued. He flew all the way to the left side.
As penalty is called, but the Warriors will have the ball at the 33-yard line. Take the snap. It's another run up the gut. Once again, Ethan Mutt churning his legs for another gain of 7 yards. But man, what a run by Ethan Mutt that time, just breaking into the second layer, right?
Yeah, it was a very nice run. Even getting 5 or 6 yards, that is very important for the Warriors. The first down marker is 5 yards away only, and we're only on second down.
Yeah, second down and 6 to go with just over 9 minutes left.
Our defensive line's
Rudy Alcala in the shotgun formation, doubles on each side.
Yep. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Whistle is blown, play is dead. And I'm not. False start on the Warriors call. That's going to set them back 5 yards, give them second and 11 now, negating the 4-yard rush by Ethan Mutt just on the previous play.
defensive line was cut out on roller skates on those last 2. They're catching.
Okay. Yeah.
So after that false start, where do you think the Warriors go for this play here?
I think the Warriors probably gonna pass it. Look like the same play as 2 seconds ago. The doubles on each side. We're gonna call it in shotgun for pass.
It drops back throw, rolling right, looking deep ball there for Caleb Huss that time, and it is too far for him to catch, just out of his reach.
Caleb Huss got one hand on the ball, and unfortunately, it was a little too overthrown.
Could not bring that one down. Alcala seemingly had a good pocket. Play was probably designed for him to roll out right. Alcala now under center here, and once again this play is blown, and we're gonna have a timeout. Timeout Warriors this time.
Warriors timeout. Warriors in the huddle.
All right. Calling a timeout right here on 3rd and 12. This is a crucial play right here. Really want to convert this big third down. Want to start off their first drive with a score. Chavez probably talking to his players, deciding what route combos to put on the field.
Yeah, the first drive is really important for the Warriors, to set the tone at least, to see how the game goes. And Warriors offense is coming back onto the field.
Let's see, after the timeout, what the Warriors draw up for this 3rd down and 12. 8:38 left to go in this first quarter.
Huddle broken. Rudy Alcala under the center. Snaps. Drops back.
Oh, nice.
Fake.
Tommy.
Oh. A little straight past Vanderplug, but a little right.
Yeah, that pass was a little bit behind him, Vander, on that little slant route there. He was open in the middle of the field, perhaps could have gotten that first down. But now it's 4th and 12. This is really no man's land, as it really doesn't make sense to punt, as it'll be too close to the end zone, but far too far for a field goal. So the Warriors are going to elect to go for it on 4th and 12 here. Let's see what they'll cook up. I'm imagining a deep crossing pattern of some sort.
We're going to call it dropping back and a false start on the Warriors.
Yet another flag. That's 2 false starts on this first drive. Coach cannot be happy about that.
Yeah, 2 procedural penalties already in the first drive. It's not very good.
Chavez talking to the ref, talking to Vander there on the sideline, deciding what the play call is. But that is going to push them back to 4th and 17.
On the 41-yard line.
And Warriors deciding whether to go for this or a punt. It is 4th and 17. As 4th and 17, the Warriors going to go for it here. I am imagining a deep pass to Vanderplug in this situation.
Doubles on each side. Rudy drops to the right. Pass to Vanderplug and caught by Vanderplug, but does he get the first down?
They're going to give him the first down. The Irvine, the Vaqueros coach here in the press box, angered by that call. He was seemingly on the line. They're going to give him the first down.
On the 22-yard line.
What a play that time by Vanderplug, elevating, going beyond the defensive back, making a play. Ball placed in perfect position by Akal at that time, only so that Plug could get it.
Under center. Caleb has, Ethan Munt, handoff down the middle, getting yards, and stopped at the 17-yard line. That's crucial yards for the Warriors right now. Almost the first down.
Yeah, that was just an incredible display of patience in the backfield by Ethan Munt that time. Not rushing anything, waiting for a hole to form for him to dart through, making that one cut into the second level, and that is another first down for the Warriors, actually.
Rudy Alcala under center. Vanderplug on the left side. And a handoff to Kellen Watts for the outside run. Stephen Logwood for a monster block for Kellen Watts. And Kellen Watts gets the touch.
And that's a touchdown, Warriors. Kellen Watts on the end around with a lead block by Stephen Logwood to give him a clear opening, trucks him in right into the end zone, shows him where he belongs, and that's going to run the score up for the Warriors. 6-0.
And the PAT unit is coming onto the field, and our newest kicker, not Hayden Sanchez anymore, David Park, number 44.
But what a run that time by Kellen Watts. Really explosive out that wide receiver position. You can throw to him, but he can also run from there. As David Park. Kick is good, right down the middle uprights. Great execution by the Warriors on that entire drive. And shutting the Vaqueros down on their first drive, 3 and out, driving down 88 yards to get a touchdown. This game's already going in a great position for Troy.
Yeah, that sets a very great tone for the Warriors right now. 7-0 lead in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. And the kickoff team is coming onto the field. Players to look out for on kickoff are Fisher McDonald, Joel Clemente, number 30, and Fisher McDonald, number 14, and David Parker, kicker again for the kickoff unit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really new kickoff unit. Like we saw just a switch mid-season from Hayden Sanchez to David Park.
Yeah, it's a weird change, but through the middle of the season, but it's hopefully is going to help us out.
It's been working out these past few games as one returner back deep for the Vaqueros once again. Let's see if Park elects to go for a sky kick instead of a squib kick this time. Hear the Warrior band going at it.
Going crazy.
Great environment here at Fullerton District Stadium.
A great tone for the Warriors right now. David Park kicks it down to the 25-yard line. And a backwards pass to number 14, Deacon Moss. And Deacon Moss running on the outside and tackled or pushed outside by number 14, Fisher McDonald, on the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Vaqueros seemingly that time anticipating the short kickoff, had Deacon Moss in the deep back returning position for the person who got the ball to pitch it back to him. And the Vaqueros are going to start with great field position once again at the 37-yard line.
Warriors defense out on the field.
21-yard return that time by Deacon Moss.
Let's see if the Warriors can stop that, the Vaqueros
Vaqueros,
Irvine
yep.
offense.
Koabui.
Koabui in the shotgun formation again. Snapped. Quick handoff. Oh, no. QB keep to Koabui. And a good 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a read option that time called by the Vaqueros offense. Koabui saw the end rusher charge for the running back. Thought he was going to get the ball. Koabui smartly keeps the ball himself, and that's going to be a gain of 5.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of read option teams like Foothill, Segerstrom, and Irvine. And it doesn't really work out for the Warriors. The Warriors kind of read it. After Foothill, the Warriors got very good at it and to read the read option.
Yeah, great read that time by Koabui.
Koabui in the shotgun formation. Defense on tilt right now. Snaps. Oh. QB left side. Roll out. And nope.
Going that time for Deacon Moss. Tomi Inoue was coming at Koabui from behind him. I thought maybe he was going to cause a fumble, but Koabui under pressure, unable to make the throw that time to Deacon Moss. Gets no one that time, not close to either a Warrior nor a Vaquero. As that brings up 3rd and 5 with 6:50 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Tomi Inoue, one of our very strong defensive linemen, would be very scary running at you, especially at the nose. That center must be trembling.
Definitely. That's a lot of man right there with Tomi Inoue.
Koabui in the shotgun formation. Defensive line on tilt once again.
That's 9 in motion, James Enderton.
Snap. Koabui looking for one, but gets sacked by number 99, Frank Fan.
What a play that time by Frank Fan, bulldozing down his opposition on the offensive line there, wrapping up Koabui as he looked to throw deep to Deacon once again. But that brings up 4th down and long, and the Vaqueros smartly are going to go punt it back to the Warriors again. Yet another 3 and out. What a display this Warriors defense has put on.
These crucial sacks in the first part of the game are very important. Frank Fan also got a crucial sack last game. The punt,
shanked it.
Short punt to the 50-yard line and whistle blown. Trent Palmer tried to run it in, but gets whistle blown. Great sack by Frank Fan and great stop by the defense.
It looked like it hit number 17, Dominic Vason, on the Vaqueros before it touched a Warrior because of the shank of a punt that was. So the Warriors actually can get better field position as a result of that.
Yeah, it's very crucial. Warriors on the 50-yard line looking like. And a great position for them. 50 yards more to go to a touchdown. That's it. Score 7-0. 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
You can see our wonderful student section showing up even on a Thursday night. The theme today is Pink Out in support of breast cancer awareness.
We're going to call it in the shotgun formation. There's trips on the left side. Vanderplu, Caleb Huss. Oh, never mind. Just doubles on the left side.
Kellen Watson maybe offside.
And a quick handoff to Ethan Munt, but no yards gained. Maybe 1, but quickly stopped by the defensive line.
And a 1-yard gain that time for the Warriors. Looked to fake him out with maybe a fake bubble screen on the left side, but that inside zone goes nowhere.
Huddle broken. We're gonna call it under the center. Quick snap and a quick handoff to Ethan Munt down the line for 2 yards. 3 yards.
Yeah, definitely not seeing the same production out of Ethan Munt as we saw in that first drive. He broke away for some long runs, seemingly struggling to get past that defensive line of the Vaqueros this drive.
Yeah, the offensive line just gotta get to the blocks to make that hole for Ethan Munt.
Yeah, that's now 3rd and 6 with 5:15 left in the first quarter.
We're gonna call it under center.
Assuming they're gonna pass.
Oh, quick pass to Vanderplu. And Vanderplu getting the first down and getting additional 7 yards on that on the 33-yard line.
Vanderploeg creating separation that time. Some may say push off. I think that was just good route running that time. We'll see. Yeah, just expose number 10, Luke Griggs, on that route right there,
Yeah,
enabling the Warriors to get another first down. Ball on the 33-yard line with just over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ticking down under 5 minutes in this first quarter.
We gotta call it under center once again. Oh, going back into shotgun. Wing on the left and doubles on the left. Kellen Watts on the right. And quick handoff to Ethan Mudd. Great blocks by the old offensive lineman.
Still going.
Still going on the 18-yard line.
Yeah.
Great run by Ethan Mudd to get that first down for the Warriors.
Once again, just that show of patience by Ethan Mudd, waiting for a gap to open for him to just sprint through. You can see on the replay here, numerous tackles broken that time. Just shrugs off 33 Tommy Clark.
And great blocks by the offensive line.
Yeah.
Great holds for Ethan Mudd to cut through. Rudy call it under the center.
Charlie
Outside
Rippon.
left run. Charlie Rippon going outside. And tackled
That
in a
time.
cut block.
Yes, Charlie Rippon that time on the motion end around. Somersaults forward for a 5-yard gain. Putting up 2nd and 5 here for the Warriors with 4 minutes left to go. Let's see.
Rudy call it under the center. Snaps the ball. Drops back. Quick pass to Vanderploeg. And short a little bit.
Yeah, that's how a back shoulder throw attempt by Rudy Alcala. Just underthrown a tad bit. Vanderploeg could not extend and make the grab that time. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Warriors are on the 13-yard line looking for a quick touchdown. 6 away from the first down marker.
Inside the 15-yard line, the Warriors 3rd down 5,
Rudy
assuming they're going to run.
Quick handoff to Ethan Mudd down the middle. And a great first down by Ethan Mudd, I think.
Yeah, Ethan Mudd just falls forward that time for a first down. That's going to bring up goal to go here for the Warriors.
6 more yards for the Warriors. Let's see if they can get that touchdown real quick.
In just under 10 minutes in this game, the Warriors could have a chance to go up 14-0.
Already in the first quarter. That's very crucial for the Warriors to set the tone. Rudy call it under center. And quick pass to Vanderploeg, and it is caught by Vanderploeg. It is in. Touchdown for the Warriors.
Vanderploeg absolutely mossing his receiver, Luke Griggs. Griggs just dumbfounded, has no idea what to do to guard Vander on these routes that he's running.
Yeah.
But that brings the Warriors up 13-0 with 3:31 left to go in this first quarter. If this game's following the route that it's taking, this is definitely going to be a blowout, Arden.
Yeah, like last week, Canyon, they passed a lot, and guess what we did to them? The Warriors defense shut them down, and we won 58-13. It was
Yeah.
a very good blowout for the Warriors.
David Park lining up for the extra point.
David Park is 2 for 2. That's plus 2
And-
fantasy points
and-
for him.
And with that touchdown pass, folks, Rudy Alcala has broken the school record for touchdown passes in a season. 25 touchdown passes by Rudy Alcala. You can see our student section celebrating this historic moment. Rudy Alcala, his parents in attendance, who was walked out for his senior night. That's a Troy High School record with 25 touchdown passes.
Rudy Alcala breaking his own record is a new thing for the Warriors. We've never seen that before, but Rudy Alcala with 25 touchdown passes and possibly more for the Warriors.
Did Vander break a record? How many? 15? Everybody up for the kickoff! And with that touchdown pass, Vanderploeg has set a new Troy High School football record of 15 touchdown receptions in a single season, breaking none other than Declan Healy's record set last season.
And that's only 8 games into the season. We could see more out of both of them.
We haven't even reached CIF yet. Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
David Park looking for like an onside kick kind of. Onside kick for the Warriors.
And it trickles out of bounds that time. So David Park and the Warriors kickoff unit just trying to get possession, keep possession.
And during the week, we saw David Park, or I saw David Park practicing on onside kicks. He was trying to get it down, but couldn't get it down. But this,
Hey, we have a lot of football left to play. Let's see if he can get another one in this game.
yeah,
As the Vaqueros start off at the 50-yard line. This is seemingly great field position for them, but they've started in this range for their past 2 drives, and they've yet to even get a single first down.
yeah, the Warriors' defense just is too good. Doubles on each side for the Vaqueros. Kowabui in the shotgun.
They get an instant. He didn't look at it. He looked at it all. Yeah.
Snap, and a read option.
Speed
on the
option
outside,
that time.
speed option on the outside, and tackled by Cruz Ginter, number 9.
Yeah, Seamus Hoffman that time on the speed option. Kowabui looked like a design QB run. Saw a defensive lineman charging straight at him. You can see here on the replay. That was Caleb Quiros, who almost blew that play up on the backfield. Pitches it to Hoffman, who can get a nice gain of 8 yards on that play.
Yeah, during practice during the week, we practiced those speed options and read options, and the Warriors seem to perfect it and tackling him before he gets that first down. Deacon Moss on the left side, number 14, and Kowabui under the center this time. Snap. And a quick run out to the right side, and almost sacked by Frank Fan.
And Kowabui's going to run up the sideline for a first down. Frank Fan, as Arden was trying to say, had a chance to bring him down, but that play action fooled the Warriors secondary. Could not get anyone open as Bui rolled out away from all of his receivers.
Almost another big play by Frank Fan. 2 sacks in the first quarter would have been crazy.
Still have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Ball on the 32-yard line, so the Vaqueros already having much better drives than they have these past 2, getting a first down at least.
Yeah, we can already see doubles on each side.
One receiver out to the left side this time.
Doubles on the right side. Kowabui in the shotgun.
Deacon Moss on an island on the left there. Hard count attempt by Kowabui.
And
that play is seemingly broke.
Fumble. And Warriors are,
That's Brandon Figueroa that time. The play seemingly got blown up right away. Figueroa bounced off the entire front 7. Found a new opening to the left where no one was, and he got a really nice run that time for around 20 yards. So that's going to set up the Vaqueros with a really good field position.
Yeah, as you can see in the replay, the ball bounced like a basketball, and he picked it up. And unfortunately tackled by Trent Palmer, number 6. Kowabui in the shotgun. Triples on the right side.
Trips on the right side, yep.
And quick handoff to number 32. But quickly stopped by Fisher McDonald. That was looking like Fisher McDonald. The outside linebacker on the left side.
Yeah, Hoffman that time couldn't get anywhere. Quick 4-yard gain for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, the Vaqueros are probably going to stick to the pass game because if the run game's not going well, they're not going to bounce the ball like a basketball again and run to the left side.
Well, this close to the end zone, the safeties and the secondary really have less ground to cover with the end zone covering a lot of territory. So with 2nd down 6, I wouldn't be surprised if Vaqueros would like to go back to the run.
Maybe a short pass or a run down the middle. Kowabui in the shotgun. Doubles on the right side.
They're going deep inside. They're going deep inside.
Motioning number 9. Oh,
Quick pass.
offensive line cuts and drops the ball.
And that pass intended for Deacon Moss.
We saw a weird play by the Coors with the offensive line cutting down straight like an up-down. And quick pass to the right side, but the quick pass was not caught.
Yeah, that was James Enderton that time, motioned over to be the lead blocker for Deacon Moss. That time the pass just fell short of it. See a good shot of Frank Fan now. The Vaqueros huddle. coming up to the line.
Koabui looking like under the center this time. 32 in his three-point stance. Handoff to 32.
That's Hoffman.
And
Trying to push the pile towards the end zone. He's going to be brought down. And that's going to be
first and goal for the Vaqueros. And stopped at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the Vaqueros really trotting the ball down the field as we take just under a minute in this first quarter. Vaqueros looking to get their first score of the game.
Vaqueros coming onto the field, probably cooking up some pass to Deacon Moss. Looking like the same play as last time, same formation at least.
Looking like a run up the middle. Warriors look ready for it. There's a false
And
start.
False start.
False start on the fullback that time. That's number 33, Tommy Clark. Lined up that time as the lead blocker. That's going to bring the Vaqueros backwards 5 yards. Goal to go from the 8-yard line now. You can see him on this play just flinch. Great replay that time showing just exactly what happened on the penalty.
Yeah, that's great for the Warriors. Set them back 8 yards and possibly get, 4 more downs to go. Possibly could get that stop. And quarter's ending in 27 seconds.
See what maybe the Vaqueros change up their play call. They have this, I would call this 4-down territory. Since they're so close, I wouldn't assume they would elect to go for this field goal. We'll see what Coach Tom Ritchie decides to do though.
That formation but on the right side this time. And cut blocks again. And touchdown by Deacon Moss, number 14.
Deacon Moss just on a quick slant route. It's the defensive back guarding him, Russell, covering Deacon Moss that time. He was just way too far back. And that's just a score for the Vaqueros. That brings the score to 14-6. And the Vaqueros,
Looks like they're going for 2. But
interesting line.
yeah, interesting formation by.
This is an incredibly interesting formation as it's a trick play that Figueroa is looking to throw. He throws it to no one.
And that was
Arden.
straps by the corners right there.
Arden, I gotta say, in my 3 years of commentating football, that is the most interesting play call I have ever seen. He had the entire offensive line line up to the left side. I don't know if you guys follow football, watching folks, but that looked like the one time the Colts tried to run a fake punt. Pat McAfee took the snap and shotgun with just one center and no other offensive lineman. The entire rest of the team was lined up to the right. That looked like a similar thing as what happened there. But yeah. Troy 14, Irvine 6. So next time Irvine scores, they're gonna have to go for 2 once again to bring it within 7 points.
Yeah, it looked like an outside run for Deacon Moss because the offensive line was on the left and Deacon Moss motioning, but it was a trick play by Irvine.
At this moment, folks, I'd like to apologize for the lack of a score bug. We're trying to say the score and how much time is left as often as possible. We hope you understand.
And kickoff return, first time coming onto the field is not.
Yeah, this is the first time the Warriors return team has been on the field.
We had 2 returners in the back, Andrew Green and Charlie Rippin. Looking
That's
like
a real kickoff that time to Andrew Green.
And Andrew Green cuts down in the middle. And looking like stopped on the 30.
Yeah, Vaqueros that time just trying to strip the ball from Green on that return.
Okay field position for the offense. Could have got it better, but we'll stick to it.
It's a nice, good return. The Warriors can definitely work with that. That puts them on the 30-yard line, 70 yards to go for a score. 18 seconds left in the first quarter of this game. Likely the last play of the quarter.
Warriors coming onto the field. Huddle broken. Rudy called it under the center. Vanderplug on the left side. And a quick handoff to Caleb Huss. And great yards. Almost a first down.
Yeah, just a great quick handoff that time by Caleb Huss, just speeding through, breaking through the defensive line. They're just not letting them slow him down as the quarter hits triple zeros, and these teams are going to switch sides as we go to the second quarter. At this moment, folks, I would like, as it is senior night, to give a shout out to every single senior cheerleader for their dedication to Troy cheer and just pumping this crowd up constantly. Starting off with Brianna Padilla, Kathleen Lee,
Chloe Beck,
Margaret Navarro,
Olivia Ochoa,
Penelope Gutierrez,
Raquel Garam,
and Suri Sharma. Thank you all for so much, all the work that you put in, pumping this crowd up constantly. Thank you so much for your dedication to Warrior Cheer these past 4 years. And I hope you guys all enjoy your senior night, as this very well may be the last time you perform at a football game under the Friday night lights, well, Thursday night lights this time, but in front of the home crowd.
Eric's getting driven from the tackle all the way to the center every play. Yeah, because he's reading it and then he's sitting back and catching. And Eric's getting it. They're just
As we see,
The Chains crew just... Yeah, okay, the Chains crew, some difficulty that time organizing what's going on there.
yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
I think they're still...
They're backwards.
I think they're still back. No, they are not, as the Warriors are heading to the left side of the field. So,
Oh, yeah.
as we switch sides, but Chains crew
that
have a
was-
little bit of difficulty.
Yeah, I thought it was first down.
So that's the reason for the stoppage of game.
As we see, Coach Chavez.
As they're going to move the chains once again. That the chains are not right. They were right before. Just some confusion here on the sidelines. Bear with those folks as they're going to stop the game. And refs discussing. It is a second down and 1 with the ball on the 34-yard line. Chains crew is set up as if it is second down and 10 with the ball on the 34.
The 39.
The ball is not on the... Oh, it is. It says 39 on the scoreboard. There's a little camera thing blocking my view here. But ball's on 39-yard line. Chains crew finally set up correctly.
We're going to call it under the center. And a boot pass to the left side. And almost picked by number 2.
That's Mitt Spivey. Just a great read that time. Reading Alcala's mind, seemingly that time, as Alcala just looked towards Kevin Watson immediately. If that was picked, folks, he was gone. He was going back the other way for 6 points.
Yeah, that was a very crucial play for the Irvine Vacours. If they caught that, they would have been up. They would have been to at least 12 points and possibly up or possibly tied to 14. We're going to call it under the center. Motioning Caleb Huss, and a quick handoff to Ethan Mudd to the right side. And Ethan Mudd gets that first down for the Warriors on looking like the 47-yard line.
Yeah, just great run that time by Ethan Mudd. Moving the chains, keeping this drive going.
Oh, my mistake, 45-yard line. First and 10 for the Warriors. We're going to call it under center. Vander Plug on the left side. Motioning Caleb Hubbs once again. And pass to Vander Plug. And dropped by Vander Plug.
And that time, the pass was batted away. Luke Griggs that time. Finally. Apologies, folks. Luke Griggs that time finally having some form of impact on Vander Plug. Stopped him that time. That's going to be second down and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. 11:32 left to go in this second quarter.
Yeah, the ball was in his hands, and we just couldn't catch it. We just got to keep catching those balls. We're going to call it under the center. Our Warrior offensive line jumping off sides, but no flag. But handoff to Ethan Mudd. And first down for Ethan Mudd. I'm not sure what the play was, but no flag, I guess.
So Warrior offensive line seemingly may have jumped before the play, but Ethan Mudd does not care as the refs don't call the play dead. He goes forward, 9 yards, brings up 3rd down and 1.
Warriors seemingly not having that tone they had for the past 2 drives. We'll see if we can make a better tone after this drive. Looking like trips on the left side and Kellen Watts on the right side alone. And quick handoff to Ethan Munt. Fake throw by Rudy. And Ethan Munt with at least 15 yards on that play. Stopped at the 31-yard line.
The Warriors have had a lot of success with that momentum handoff that they just ran. As folks, we'd like to thank you for your patience as we finally have the score bug up and running. Thank you so much for your patience as we're working out some technical kinks with that. But hopefully that will improve your viewing experience. But as I was saying, Ethan Munt on the momentum handoff that time goes for about a great gain of 14 yards.
Yeah, 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Huddle broken. Rudy Alcala in the shotgun formation. Looking like trips again on the right side this time. Kind of like an opposite formation. And a pass to Kellen Watts. Quick pass to the 28-yard line. And looking like a good 3 yards for the Warriors.
Yeah, Rudy Alcala made a quick read to his right. His first target wasn't there. Darts back to the left. As you'll see it, Kellen Watts had some separation there on that core route. Gets them about 5 yards.
2 to 5 to go, 27-yard line. Vanderplug this time on the right side. And looking like a sweep play. But no, oh, it is. But sweep on the right side.
Short gain that time, short of the 1st down marker, as that was Ethan Munt that time. Gain of 4. That's going to make up 3rd down and 1 to go.
Sorry, folks, for the weird commentating. I lost the ball, kind of. And Jacob Santos, number 24, coming in the game, looking for like Ethan Munt. Getting a quick break.
Vaqueros desperately looking to get a stop. But even if they get a stop, I think they would go for it.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 1 right now.
Heavily suggest a run.
Center. Quick handoff to Charlie Rippon, or Caleb Huss on the outside run. And a good 1st down on the 15.
I gotta say, what a show this offensive line is putting on for their senior night. I mean, just can we talk about the push that the offensive line brings? Just makes it easy for Charlie Rippon, Caleb Huss, and Ethan Munt.
Yeah, they're getting
great yards.
Yeah, they're getting great holes and great cutbacks for the running backs and making the running backs look great right now. Shout out to the offensive linemen that make holes for the running backs. We gotta call it under the center. And looking like a whistle blown.
Play blown dead. See what the call is, if there is any. So timeout Vaqueros.
The Vaqueros are looking for a stop here. That's probably why they threw the timeout.
Yeah, 1st down and 10. Ball in the 15 now. Crucial that they get a stop so the Warriors don't bring this up to a 2-possession game once again.
But I always think that the Warriors on the 15-yard line, it's like an immediate touchdown already. It's only got 15 yards more to go. That's like 3 handoffs to Ethan Munt.
Yeah, they cannot stop it, can they? Folks, at this time, simultaneously, as this football game is going, we have a Troy volleyball game. Half of our Omnia team has been dedicated and working really hard to get this broadcast going. As on the other side of town, we have a home game, and in the North Gym, another set of Omnia volunteers are working hard to get that broadcast up and going.
Yeah, CIF for the girls volleyball team at Troy High School.
See the Warriors break out of the huddle.
Rudy Alcala under the center, Vanderplug and Kellen Watts on each side. And drop back, and ball looks like thrown, but
thrown to Caleb Huss that time, but Huss there was a miscommunication between Alcala and Huss that time. Caleb really just never looked back for the ball. Alcala looked like he hit him in stride, but if Huss looked back and caught it, he could very well just have taken that into the end zone. Get a replay of it here.
Yeah, a little miscommunication with the route running, and Caleb Huss just kept running. Warriors on the 15
I'm
still.
anticipating maybe a fade.
And a quick pass to Ethan Mudd,
Quick
a little on the
run.
right side, or a quick run, yeah.
So just a
And
quick little short run that time out of the near formation. That's going to be 3rd down and 5 yards to go. So big 3rd down here for the Warriors. If they want to leave this drive with 7 points ticked onto the scoreboard, they got to convert here. That's Cole Radio that time.
we're going to call it in the shotgun formation this time. Doubles on each side.
Looking to pass likely.
And a pass to Vanderploeg. Quick short pass for the 1st down and the touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Warriors. Vanderploeg that time on a little escape route out the left side. Rudy Alcala baiting the defense, looking the other way, then quickly looking back. Quick short pass to Vanderploeg, eludes his man, reaches into the end zone. Vanderploeg extending on his Warrior historic record. That's going to be 16 touchdown receptions now on the year.
And both of them extending plus one more, probably plus another 3 by the end of this game. And PAT on the field, David Park looking for going for 3 for 3.
Up and
he's good.
If you think great extra points.
Plus 3 fantasy points on my starting.
Yeah, I mean, Vanderploeg will be killing with that PPR. As that brings the lead up. Warriors 21, Vaqueros 6. Down 16 points here. See how the Vaqueros respond to the Warriors scoring a touchdown on every single drive. You can see Vanderploeg still ecstatic that time on the sideline, celebrating with the coaches and teammates.
As we see the kickoff team coming onto the field.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
Kickoff players we should look out for: Cruz Ginter, Fisher McDonald, Charlie Rippin, Joe Clemente, and Paul Ortega. All great kickoff warriors.
Let's see how they're going to kick this ball off this time. We've seen scrims and we've seen onside. And every time, I mean, it has worked. Like it's only yielded 6 points, and the way that drive is going, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vaqueros got 6 points. It's on the 50-yard line or their own 20.
Looking like they're going for a regular kickoff this time.
Looking like it.
Kickoff is underway, and a squib kick to the 20, looking like the 20-yard line by Deacon, running by Deacon Moss, and spin move on Noah Heatington. Monster block from Noah Heatington, but it kind of looks like a flag throw, probably a block in the back.
Yeah, I'm saying that's an illegal block in the back, but I gotta say that was great elusiveness that time by Deacon Moss, a spin move, but it's not gonna yield much as the Vaqueros get called for an illegal block in the back.
And great shutdown by the Warriors kickoff team right there. Got to the ball very quickly. Troy's defense coming onto the field. And the Vaqueros are on the, looking like the 25-yard line. Oh, maybe not by for the flag, maybe less than that.
Move them back.
Ooh, big yards moving
That's
back.
going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to put them at the 14-yard line.
Ain't that the 9? Looking like the 9-yard line.
Oh, yeah, the 9-yard line. So 91 yards still. That's a 15-yard penalty for an illegal block in the back.
Yeah, they're definitely going to keep passing.
Yeah, I mean, they have 7 minutes and 38 seconds left in this second quarter. So time is not really an issue, but the yardage is 91 yards.
Doubles on each side of the ball.
Anticipating a pass here.
Cole Bowie in the shotgun. And a quick pass to the left side and shut down very quickly. Gaining for like 3 yards there.
Yeah, Brandon Figueroa just a quick swing pass to the left side, but Caleb Quiroz are right there first to slow him down. And then the job was finished by a fellow Warrior. But great effort that time by Caleb Quiroz. looked like he was in a spy of some sort.
Kawabui in the shotgun. Quick. Looking for a receiver to look out for. Keeps fake pumping. And almost picked by Trent Palmer, number 6, but deflected.
Pass intended, and that's time for Deacon Moss. Kawabui seemingly throwing into a sea of red, as only one who had a chance of catching that ball was none other than Trent Palmer.
Kawabui looking for a receiver.
Deacon Moss.
But pump fakes a good like 5 times looking for that receiver, but no receivers open.
Kawabui struggling to make the right read on these pass plays.
Yeah, it means the Warriors got a very good coverage for Irvine.
Got a replay here. It's almost picked off, and Warriors would have had really good field position. 3rd and 4. Crucial play here.
Shotgun. Trips on the left side looking like. And quick pass to number 2. Smith Spivey. And looking like a first down.
Yeah, first down for the Vaqueros, but I gotta say that was a great effort by Noah Heathington to bring the receiver down right away.
And Raymond Topete and Fisher McDonald coming off the field for Kellen Watts and Damian Vasquez. Looking like they're getting to that pass formation. They're trying to fill the box with four rushers this time.
Yeah, really loading the box, preventing any run plays from going through. But there are doubles on both sides, so this very well could be a pass.
Yeah, anticipating a pass from Irvine here.
See, Figueroa looking at what side to line up on.
Kawabui in shotgun. Running back a little confused. And quick pass, or a quick run, handoff to the outside.
It's Figueroa.
And outside's getting great yards, getting that first down.
And Brandon Figueroa, once again, that's like a mirror image of the play that he had earlier in the game where it just bounces off the entire front seven in the middle and then breaks outside. You can see him. He just bounces off and just runs down to the sideline and gets a first down.
Yeah, maybe they're not going to run the ball anymore because if the Warriors, if the Vaqueros can't get a good holes for Brandon, then Brandon just keep bouncing. And
but these are some great runs by Figueroa. Would be see if Tom Ritchie sticks with the run for this drive, as Figueroa's had a lot of success this game.
Kawabui in the shotgun, doubles on the right side. Running back not sure where to line up. Deacon Moss motioning, and a quick inside one to handoff to number 32, but quickly shut down.
Kellen Watts and Tomi Inouye just blowing up Seamus Hoffman in the backfield that time. The inside zone going absolutely nowhere with those two behemoths lined up right on the offensive line. You see.
Yeah, this formation is really just to cut down the box, cut down like the blocks and everything, and it worked out for the Warriors.
You see Kellen Watts here after that great play, looking hungry for more. Right up next to Frank Fain and Tomi Inouye. That's a monster defensive line right there. All around, this Warrior team is just stacked. People like Kellen Watts playing both sides of the field effectively. Tomi Inouye and Caleb Quiros commanding the defense.
Yeah, looking like a whistle blown on the play. Timeout by Irvine.
Yeah, looking like the Vaqueros are maybe running out of time to snap the ball, call a timeout to prevent the penalty.
Yeah, 4 minutes in the second quarter. They already wasted 3, barely got anywhere.
Yeah. This is a long drive, 2nd and 12. They've only advanced the ball 20 yards, but it took them, as Arden just said, 3 minutes to do so. They have 1 timeout left in this first half, so
they're definitely taking their time with this drive, but is it going to be all worth it with that touchdown? And doubles on the right side, Deacon Moss on the left side, Kawabui in the shotgun formation. Probably giving the formation to the running back so he doesn't mess it up this time. And Deacon Moss motioning to the right side.
Deacon Moss in motion.
And Kawabui booting to the left side, looking like a run, and
ooh,
amazing hit by Kellen Watts and Ethan Munt.
So, and Koabui is down. He is not getting up. He was sandwiched by Kellen Watts and Joel Clemente that time. Slow to get up. Let's see if he can.
That was monster hits by both of them. Looking like Kobe's on the ground or limping right now.
Crowd seemingly booing for a reason unknown, but they're down in 12. But the clock is still running despite this. Interesting, the refs decided to keep the clock running with this little injury timeout, but this is a long drive as we reach just 3 minutes and 45 seconds and ticking. 3rd and 17. If the Warriors can get a stop here, that's going to bring an end to the drive. Definitely looking for a pass here.
Yeah, there's like 4 on the right side this time, and motioning to the right. Another motioning to the right side. That's 5.
Koabui going to take it himself.
Taking on the left side and quickly tackled by Frank Fan.
I am baffled by that play call. A quarterback draw on 3rd and 17 with just under 3 minutes 30 seconds left to go in this half when you know you have to score.
Yeah, and very little blockers on that left side because there was 5 receivers lined up on the right side. Looking like the punt team's coming onto the field. That's
going to have the punt. Yeah, 4th down and 13. Clock is still ticking under 3 minutes. Warriors may have looked to take a timeout.
Remy Topete rushing onto the field. And punt by the Vancouver's.
The sky punt not going very far at all.
Looking like on...
rolls forward and eventually going to be down at the
32-yard
line.
Good punt by the Vaqueros, but not a very good drive for them.
Yeah, I mean, not a very good drive, but it took 5 minutes for them to go 30 yards.
No, not even 30. It was like 20.
Maybe that's what they're playing all along. Maybe to drain the clock so the Warriors may not have a chance to score. But with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left and 2 timeouts, the Warriors should have no problem in scoring. Remember, there's no 2-minute warning here in high school football.
Offense coming onto the field looking for another touchdown drive. In 2 minutes, that's a lot of time for the Warriors, especially if they just pass it to Vanderploeg. They can score in like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, just one deep Vanderploeg throw just could result in a touchdown. But I'm interested to see. Maybe the Warriors just have to run.
Shotgun, but quick handoff to Ethan Munt. Getting a good 5-6 yards on that. As you saw, one of our lead blockers, Joe Gonzalez, going down the line, trying to find a guy to block. See the replay here. And Ethan Munt seemingly can't get tackled for the first 3 yards. We got called in shotgun. Vanderploeg on one side each. And quick pass to Andrew Green looking like, but Andrew Green can't get tackled.
He's still up.
Three Vaqueros on him, still can't get tackled.
Takes 3 Vaqueros to bring him down.
And gets the first down for the Warriors.
And the clock has stopped. They stopped? Oh, to move the...
We're call under the center. Quick handoff to Ethan Munt once again. And a great run by Ethan Munt for a good 12 yards.
Ethan Munt that time just sprinting up the middle. The offensive line, part of the White Sea. And Ethan Munt just sprints forward. First down for the Warriors.
Yeah, huge holds by the Warriors there. We saw like a great open field for Ethan Munt to run that through. Vancouver still can stop the Warriors offense right now.
And every first down stops the clock for just a few moments to let the chain crew get set. So that's good for the Warriors.
And a fake pump fake and a deep pass to Andrew Green looking like.
And that's going to be a flag. That's going to be called for pass interference, number 11, Chad Rusum.
Yeah, that guy was like.
He was all over Andrew Green that time.
Yeah.
Rusum's not happy about it.
But a great PI call, and the Warriors are, I think, 15 yards up, and maybe a little more than that.
Yeah, unusual that the Warriors take a deep shot to Andrew Green. He's usually just specialized on the return.
But it was well worth it for the PI call.
That's a spot foul, so automatic first down for the Warriors.
The Warriors on the 20, looking like the 28-yard line now. Or 27, 28. Rudy Alcala and Andrew Green coming from coach, looking for that play. And Rudy Alcala under the center. And looking like a fake to the left side. But
Hand off to Vander.
Hand off to Vander Plug. We don't see that often. But can't seemingly get tackled. And on the 8-yard line, a flag thrown on the play, though.
Vander Plug on the end around that time just methodically trots down the field. We've seen Vander get the ball on the ground a few times. It has resulted in a few touchdowns, but we'll wait to see what the call is. Maybe this play is coming back.
Yeah, we usually don't see.
So it's gonna be holding called on the Warriors. That's once again a spot foul. So 10 yards back from where it's called.
Yeah, we don't usually see a handoff to Vander Plug, but it well worked. We usually just see a pass, a deep pass, but the
ends up being a loss of 2 that time with a holding called 8 yards downfield. First down and 12.
Rudy Alcala under the center. And looking like a fake to Kellen Watts on the outside run. Cesar Ornelas looking for that lead blocker. And a great block by Cesar Ornelas. And the Warriors.
That's going to be
touchdown.
A touchdown Warriors. Kellen Watts that time. Fake the inside zone, then end around to Kellen Watts. Great blocks that time by the Warriors. Kellen Watts just had a red carpet to the end zone, bringing the score up to 27-6. Kellen Watts having what an impact he's had on this game so far.
Warriors 27-6, looking for 28-6 with the PAT unit on the field. 1 and 8 seconds in the quarter left. And
kick is low, but it is still good.
Good.
So that's going to be just over a minute left to go in this second quarter. How many fantasy points is that for David Park now?
That's definitely +3. I think David Park is 3 for 3 with his PAT kicks.
Well, they have 28 points.
Got all his jitter out from last game.
That's probably 4 for 4 at this point. Now they have 28 points. 28-6. 22-point game here. Looking to be a blowout.
Oh, that is 4-4.
Everybody!
Here the Vaqueros coaches getting a little bit annoyed that there's no holding calls sitting right next to us here in the press box, but
kickoff players to look out for: Cruz Genzer, Fisher McDonald, Caleb Quiros, and Paul Ortega. Great kickoff players. We have subs throughout the season, but that's really it. This is our main kickoff, besides our kicker.
Let's see how the squib is going to go this time. What direction? It's going to go straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Caught by the Vaqueros. And just getting on the 50-yard line. Oh, fumble!
Oh, fumble!
And a flag thrown, though.
Flag on the play. Ball was out. Warriors seem to recover. See what the call is and who has possessions. Looking like
the Warriors currently.
Looking like the Vaqueros are going to have possession as the refs convene to discuss of what the penalty should be.
Never mind, looking like the defense is coming onto the field.
So we call a face mask on the Warriors. That's going to move the Vaqueros just 5 yards up the field.
Looking like they didn't move the ball yet.
That face mask was a 15-yard penalty, but maybe on a kickoff it's 5.
Whistle blown. Koabui in the shotgun.
Deacon Moss with motion.
And a drop back. Koabui can't find a receiver and can't And thrown to Andrew Green, almost caught by Andrew Green.
Andrew Green almost got that pick. He just outside his fingertips that time. But Koabui, he's been under pressure every single drop back.
Yeah, can't seem to find a receiver either. Warriors coverage and pressure is very good. And Andrew Green is a sophomore on varsity, so we'll see him for the next 2 years.
He's already had a great
Season.
Oh, they're going to call a personal foul on the Warriors. That's going to move the Vaqueros forward 10 yards. So, ball is now on the 34-yard line with 58 seconds left to go in this first half. Vaqueros really need to score here if they want to stay in this game. Doubles to either side.
Koabui in the shotgun once again.
Whistle blown. See who it snaps.
And a speed option looking like, and quickly, oh, not shut down yet, but getting that first down.
That's Brandon Figueroa that time. Koabui on the speed option. And he did have an opening, but he knew that if he pitched it to Figueroa, Figueroa could use the momentum that he had already gained to gain more yards. Smart decision that time on the speed option. That's going to move the chains for a first down. However, Figueroa did not step out of bounds, so the clock continues to run.
And the ball is on the 22. First and 10.
Yeah. Oh, clock's running. Clock's running. I know. It's unbelievable. 36 seconds.
Ref's gonna stop the play. They're looking at the clock right now. Maybe the clock wasn't supposed to run.
Defense looking for the stop here.
Ref's discussing.
They got to put it at 58.
Ref's discussing if the clock is supposed to keep running.
Let's see what they haven't told our scoreboard operator up here, Mr. Stubblefield, what to set the clock to. And now they've told him 52 seconds.
In the second quarter. First and 2, 20 ball and 22. Warriors looking for the stop right here.
Hey, they got 3 guys over here on defense. Yeah, they got everybody
Ooh.
on this side. Yeah.
And a fake handoff and sacked by Kellen Watts, number 4.
What a play that time by Kellen Watts. Koabui in the play action that time. Drops back to throw, but cannot even have a chance to look downfield. Kellen Watts immediately in his face brings him down. How many sacks is that for the Warriors in this first half?
I think that's 4 sacks.
4 sacks. What a show, this defensive line. Kellen Watts, Frank Fan, Tomi Inoue. Just incredible work that they have done in this first half. As Vaqueros call their final timeout with 41 seconds left to go.
Warriors defense coming onto the field, looking for that stop. Second and 19, 9 yards back for the Irvine Vaqueros. Great sack by Kellen Watts. And Koabui in the shotgun. Looking like the Warriors are on tilt this time. Motioning number 9. Koabui drops back, quick pass to number 32, but it's quickly shut down by Ethan Munt. Looking for that.
Ethan Munt, a force on both offense and defense as the clock continues to run. The Vaqueros hurrying up to the line, trying to score. 3rd down and 17 to go. They're definitely going to go for a deep pass here. Maybe to Deacon Moss. He's lining up all the way on the right side there.
Trips on the right side, looking for that deep pass. And Koabui drops back, but has seemingly no time. Flag thrown.
In the end zone. Broken up that time by Cameron Baker.
But a flag thrown on the play.
And that's flag thrown in the backyard and the backfield. And 77 for the Vaqueros is down.
Yeah, they had great pressure on that play, but Kawabui found a little hole and then tried to throw the ball, but Cameron Baker deflecting that pass.
He had a receiver open, but it was just once he threw it was too late. Cameron Baker, great effort that time to deflect the ball away. There's 4 seconds left in this first half.
As we can see in the replay, almost another sack by Frank Fan. He's got a lot of sacks on this season, as most of our teams we play are past teams. Especially Canyon last week. We had Canyon was like 99 pass, and they had no huddle too, so the Warriors defense could get no breaks. But that's definitely some good conditioning for the Warriors defense.
77's gonna walk off the field with the support of 2 coaches. Great to see that he's up and able, keeping pressure off that right leg. Hopefully he recovers from that injury. Hate to see anyone get hurt. But now, 3rd and 27. This is Hail Mary territory, folks. So with 4 seconds left, Kobui's either going to have to launch this ball to the end zone, or they're going to either kneel it or play the lateral game. Let's see what they elect to do here.
Yeah, 3rd and 27 is not a very good look with only 4 seconds. That's like one play.
Yeah, holding call, so that's why the Vaqueros are backed up. So,
and one of the Vaqueros' star players, Deacon Moss, we haven't seen him get the ball a lot this game.
yeah, Warriors in full prevent defense. Only 3 people lined up. That's going to be Inoue, Kellen Watts, and Frank Fan on the left. And Kellen Watts.
And pressure immediately for Kawabui and throws it out of bounds.
I mean, that should be an intentional grounding, but at this point in the game, that's the end of the half anyway. And that's going to bring up halftime, folks. So Troy's going to end up going to halftime, 28 points. Irvine has 6. Troy will receive the second half kickoff. Kicking off halftime festivities here. First, we're going to see a performance by band. Cheers going to join them after that, and then we're going to see our wonderful Red Hawks. Remember, folks, this is not just senior night for the players, but it's also senior night for the cheerleaders, senior night for the band, and senior night for all Red Hawk members. It could be their last ever home game that they perform at. As we'd like to give a shout out to every single senior football player now, starting off with number 1 with 3,800 passing yards and 48 touchdown passes over his 4-year tenure here at Troy, Rudy Alcala.
Number 2, averaging more than a tackle a game, Emmanuel Tarosian.
Number 3, the Minister of Defense himself, Tomi Inoue.
Number 4, the transfer 3 touchdown receptions, Kellen Watts.
Number 5, with over 1,000 rushing yards here, following in his brother's footsteps, Caleb Huss.
Number 6, towering over everyone at 6'5", Trent Palmer.
Number 7, the menacing marauder on defense, Cameron Baker.
Number 8, the shifty, evasive man in the backfield, Kaiden Ordonez.
Number 9, a stonewall stunner for sure, Cruz Ginter.
Number 9, number 10, putting his receivers on an island, Hayden Sanchez.
Number 11, putting up a staggering 2,100 receiving yards and 31 touchdowns, the man himself, Vander Plug, as we welcome all of our viewers here into the press box at Fullerton District Stadium. We've had a wonderful game so far. Troy's been really executing everything to perfection, Arden, and that's why they're winning by 22 points.
Yeah, the Warriors set a great tone in the first quarter, and the first like 5 minutes actually, with like 2 stops and 2 touchdowns, making the Irvine change up their defense probably during this halftime and offense.
Yeah, we've seen 3 and out after 3 and out here by this Irvine defense, but we're going to have continue giving a shout out to every single senior player.
Number 18, a scary sight for all running backs, Dane Schultz.
Number 24, the goal line merchant, Jacob Santos.
Number 25, bringing down 6 ball carriers as his time here, Russell James Saison.
Number 26, the masterful ball hog, Damian Vasquez.
Number 28, shining in his first year on varsity, Braden Nguyen.
Number 32, the seamless relief back, Fadi El Helou.
Number 36, coming in at 5'9", 140, Andrew Garcia.
Number 40, constantly fighting for the extra yard, Kason Sabala, as we're going to have Red Hearts perform. And unfortunately, folks, we're going to have to mute the audio for this performance as to avoid any copyright infringement. So enjoy the visuals of this performance. Put your hands together for a wonderful Red Hots. Great performance that time. As we'll continue with our shout outs here. So continue on with number 45, always blowing up the backfield, Raymond Topetti.
We got number 46, stellar deflector, Shoaib Latif.
Number 48, sprinting down the sideline at 5'10", 149, Max Shu.
Number 51, pocket collapser preventer, Joseph Gonzalez.
Number 55, the blindside braver, Cameron Hammermar.
Number 59, the sacking specialist, Christopher Ponce.
Number 63, a true pancake artist, Gavin Gomez.
Number 64, rounding up the quarterback secret service, Stephen Logwood.
Number 77, the pocket collapsing causer, Chase Darby Dom.
Number 95, the human bulldozer, Angel Shank.
And number 99, last but not least, the Wallaby himself, Frank Fan. Congratulations to all of our seniors for their continued dedication here at Troy football. We've seen people like Vander be on varsity all 4 years, and then we've also seen a few people who this is their first year of varsity, such as Kellen Watts, or at least on Troy. But we'll see band now take the field for their performance. Just over 10 minutes left to go in these halftime festivities, folks. We'll see you once the second half starts.
Chelsea Blue, Sharon Ma, Travis Nakahara, Anastasia Ong, Nathaniel Morelia, Jason Koo, Tiffany Ra, Candace Raphael, Gabriel Rojo, Phoenix Smith, Giselle Soto, Dylan Wright, Lydia Wright, Alice Wu, Ryan Wu, Alice Yu, Gigi Yu, Angel Yu, and Amanda Young. Thank you all for your time with us. Your experiences, I hope, were memorable, all from the good, bad, and everything in between. These things will only help you continue to grow into the adults you are already showing to be. And thank you for your dedication and commitment. And of course, may the force be with you. Mr. C. And now, the Warriors of Troy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warrior Band and Song. Tremendous halftime performances today from our Red Hawks and the Warrior Band and Song. New reminders, please log on to ocsportzone.com following tonight's game for photos and a game story. ocsports.com, your home for Orange County High School sports coverage. ocsportzone.com is a free website. Please support our proud partner, Tree Service, which specializes in full tree services across Southern California. From pruning and planting to tree removal and brush clearing, Jay is the only call that you'll need to make for your tree service needs. Please call Jay Tree Service for a free estimate. 714-328-0767. Discounts are available for seniors and veterans.
And we're back here in the press box once again. So Dev, Art and Lai. We just came out of great presentations as by the Warrior Band and Guard. You can see them walking down the center tunnel. Just now 2 minutes until we kick off the second half.
And the Warriors are getting warmed up and everything onto the field.
So Arden, you know, being a member of JV football yourself, what goes into like prepping for just any game, like the film study, just the game planning? How does that happen, like behind the scenes?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays we watch a lot of film to like get ready for these like speed options or these big pass plays, especially Deacon Moss and like Brandon.
Figueroa.
We have to get ready. We have to get ready for the Warriors. I mean, not the Warriors. The Vancouver's offense by practicing a lot of film and practicing a lot of a line and a sign, where we have like a scout offense running it, and we practice defending it. And we lift a lot and we do a lot of speed throughout the week.
Sonora, El Toro. With El Toro, we have Santa Ana.
And as we see the Warriors warming up and getting ready for everything.
Yeah, they completely switched it up. Yeah, La Habra's killing it.
You know, coming into this entire season, Arden, like you and just Troy football as a whole just had to adjust to a major change, not game plan wise, but league wise, as we go from the Freeway League to the IOTA League. How does that switching of leagues maybe change like the structure, how you guys practice and whatnot?
It gives us different teams to go against. Like last year, we really didn't see the option plays until this year. And like 3 teams had it already, so it switches up our practice a little bit.
Yeah, like with the addition of new teams that you may have never played before, like Canyon or Santa Ana, El Toro, these schools, not like all FGHSD schools anymore now. Sunny Hills is in our league, La Habra is in our league, Fullerton. We've kept Sonora in the IOTA League, but the others have gone to like the Lambda League, for example. I believe Sunny Hills is in.
Yeah, we see a lot more, especially a lot more pass this year in the league. And in our games in general, we see a lot more pass. Last year, we saw a lot of run. Like Sonora, I'm pretty sure that team is all run. Running usually down the middle or sides.
Yeah. Quick update about what's going on in professional football. With it being a Thursday, there was Thursday night football. It just ended just a few minutes ago with the Vikings surprisingly losing to the Rams with a final score of 20-30. Sam Darnold had a good showing with 2 touchdown passes, but Matt Stafford 3 for 4 with a pick. Jefferson balled out with 150 receiving yards though. Quick explanation, folks, as to why this game is taking place on a Thursday. It has to do with that brand new league that we're in. With us being in the Iota League now, no longer in the same league as Fullerton. Fullerton has a home game scheduled. Fullerton, no longer being in our league, has when the schedules came out, they had a home game scheduled for this Friday. And since this is technically Fullerton's home before it's our home, they got priority, so we got bumped Thursday night.
Yeah, and also Fullerton has their homecoming tomorrow, so Saturday, so their homecoming game is tomorrow.
Just a little bit of a scheduling intricacy. Doesn't matter. We'll ball out any day of the week when we are done.
Yeah. And
As
kickoff return. Second time seeing kickoff return.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
And also the Warriors have stickers on their helmets for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And a kick deep.
Second half is now underway.
Kick deep.
Fielded by Andrew Green.
And Andrew Green running on the right side, possibly for a good amount of yards.
Cuts
back to the left side. Cuts back to the right side. And
still on his feet.
Still on his feet. Gets shut down at the 32-yard line, looking like, whoa.
Whoa, and that is definitely going to be called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
And look like 28 suplex someone.
Crazy play that time.
Yeah, you can see Polatega try to jump into the fight if there was something was going to happen.
That stuff's going down.
But looking like defense or offense is coming onto the field too.
You see a replay here. Just after the play.
Looking like 28 suplex. Andrews Green tries to get him down.
And that's likely going to bring the Warriors forward maybe 10, 15 yards. Let's see if the refs will call it. So that's going to be 15-yard penalty that time for the unsportsmanlike conduct. That's going to bring the Warriors up all the way to the 47-yard line.
A great start by the Warriors. Once again, we saw them get onto the 50-yard line before too. Getting a touchdown real quick too.
Just a quick mishap gives the Warriors great field position. Only have to go 53 yards now.
Yeah, 28 definitely had some beef with Andrew Green or something because.
So with us up 22 points in the second half, do you expect the Warriors to keep being on the offensive, or do you expect them to slow the game down a little bit, maybe head to the run game more?
Slowly head down probably. Yeah. Oh, maybe never mind.
Oh.
And another miscommunication looking like because maybe the pass was for Charlie, but he didn't know, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that pass could have either gone to Charlie Rippon or Kellen Watts that time, but alas, no one ends up with the ball.
And almost another pick for the Irvine Vaqueros.
Yeah, the Vaqueros. Their defense still working up some patches. Let's see if Coach Tom Ritchie maybe has some motivational words for the defense during halftime. Way to keep things up as we see trips on the left side.
We're going to call it in shotgun. Probably anticipating for a pass. But quick handoff to Ethan Mudd to the outside. But quickly shut down by the
number 75 that time on the Vaqueros. That's going to be Dylan McHale, 6'4" defensive tackle, bringing down Ethan Mudd. You can see here on the replay him just falling on top of him. Ethan Mudd just stopped in his tracks by McHale that time. And how can you not? Just look at him. That just towers over everyone else on the defensive line by far.
And Vanderplug on the left side. Huddle broken. We're going to call it under the center.
Interesting to see what the
play
call might be.
We're going to call it back into shotgun. Doubles on each side. And snaps. And Rudy Alcala rolls out, but with no pressure at all. Didn't even have to roll out. Quick pass to Vanderplug. And Vanderplug shut down, but gets the first down at the 30, looking like the 37.
Yeah, that was just a boot play that time by the Warriors. Alcala, although he did have no pressure there, the design was for him to roll out to his left side with all the routes going that way. Vanderplug somehow left wide open. I don't know how you leave Vanderplug after he's dropped 2 touchdowns on your head at this point in the game. But
yeah, that's the guy you should be covering the most, I would think. But Rudy Alcala under the center. And a quick handoff to Caleb Huss on the outside. And trying to get those yards. Probably gets at least 4 yards there.
Yeah, quick 4-yard rush by Huss that time. See the Warriors alternating between Ethan Munt and Caleb Huss.
Yeah, we recently saw Caleb Huss coming back after a previous injury.
You can see coach on the sideline right here. Good shot there, Bar. Show
We
the
got
camera.
caught under the center. And quick handoff to Ethan Munt. Surprised even me. And an outside run. And quickly tackled at the 20-yard line. But a good, like, 15, 16-yard run there.
That's just an explosive run that time by Ethan Munt, not letting anyone slow him down. A lot of bodies getting hands on him, but he just keeps turning forward. That's going to be a Warrior first down.
Yeah, that play action is very, very important for the Warriors, actually, because that's the run they run a lot with Ethan Munt. And fakes even me. And there's another play action for Ethan Munt, or handoff, but quickly shut down this time.
Yeah, all these quick handoffs setting up, as Arden saying, the play action pass, which they are keeping in their back pocket here, but that run going for no gain. So I'm actually going to lose yardage that time. It's going to bring the ball back to the 20-yard line, 2nd and 11 now.
Yeah, maybe the offensive linemen are getting a little tired after a lot of the runs Ethan Munt runs, so they're probably going to do a pass play soon. But we're going to call under center. And yeah, boot pass to the left side to the flat route to Caleb Huss. Great block by Vanderplug, and touchdown,
That's going to be a
Caleb Huss.
touchdown Warriors. Caleb Huss that time on yet another swing pass to Vanderplug, blocking 2 guys at once, just allowing Caleb Huss to waltz right into the end zone. That's going to run the score up 35-6, pending the extra point.
And PAT is coming onto the field. Is Park going to be?
It's not.
Oh no, that's Hayden Sanchez.
Hayden Sanchez not getting a shot back to kick these PATs, but that's a 20-yard touchdown reception for Caleb Huss that time. Kick is up, and it is high,
And
down the middle,
down the
and
middle.
good. So that's going to bring the score Warriors 35, Vaqueros 6, with just a tad over 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter. You can see Caleb Huss here once again on the replay, just going untouched into the end zone as Vanderplug just putting on a stellar blocking show on Luke Graves.
Putting 2 guys almost on their backs to get Caleb Huss his touchdown coming back.
I'm sure the
After
tight ends
injury.
coach at UW would like his liking the blocking coming out of Vanderplug.
And kickoff is coming on the field. Hayden Sanchez kicking off this time. No more David Park.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
Kickoff players we should look out for: Fisher McDonald, Cruz Ginter, Caleb Quiros, Paul Ortega.
How many? Oh no, David Park doesn't get his fantasy points.
Yeah, David Park is out of his fantasy points. I started him. He got me a good 10 fantasy points. That's okay.
Yeah. Kicking those 4 extra points gone for, but Hayden Sanchez now has 1.
And looking like the Warriors are going for a regular kickoff this time.
Hayden Sanchez maybe looking to kick this ball deep.
Oh, looking like an onside kick actually. Oh, or a squid kick.
Ooh, ball bounces over.
Ball bounces
And Deacon
over.
Moss just
Lands on it. But a
clumsy return job that time by Deacon Moss. Just struggled to land on it. So that's going to be no return. Ball is going to be placed at the 26-yard line. The 26-yard line. So that's going to be a 33-yard kick by Hayden Sanchez. "27-yard line, though. Spot it. See 2 receivers to the right side, one of them being Deacon Moss. You can see the Warrior defending him, Brandon Nguyen, is lined up 15 yards.
and a quick handoff down the middle.
Flag thrown on the play. Let's see what it is. Looking to see what the penalty is. That's going to be an illegal block.
On the Vacours.
So 1st and 25 now, saying the Vaqueros back 15 yards. So definitely going to be pass play here.
Yeah, we see trips on the right side. Kolobua is in shotgun. Drop back, fake pumps again, but has pressure and runs for it.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet, but gets tackled. I think for a TFL there. Not getting anywhere with that. Great pressure by the Warriors there, making him run.
See on the replay here, looking to his right, but then the pocket collapses. Kolobua just unable.
And we see Ethan Munt and Frank Fan on that.
He's just unable to make any reads because of how fast the pocket collapses around him. He's going to need some of that Warrior offensive line mentality. Our offensive line putting on a show. Vaqueros counterpart, not so much.
Looking like the defense is on tilt this play. Koloboa is in shotgun.
It's a screen pass.
Screen pass, but quickly read by the Warriors defensive line. And
Get the
fumble!
fumble!
And I think recovered by the Irvine. But great read by our Warriors for the screen pass and a fumble recovered.
They're gonna call it an incomplete pass as the receiver was juggling the ball. Never had possession or made a football move.
Tomi Inoue, even with almost a pick, if he could get a little more right with his right hand.
Yeah, but that's going to be Raymond Topete. Just bring it down eventually. But 3rd and 25. This is desperation mode now with just over 8 minutes left in 3rd quarter. They have to get this first down or at least get 20 yards to make it a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, they got doubles on the left side and one on the right side.
Loading that offensive line to prevent pressure. Deacon Moss in motion.
Snaps.
Looking his way.
Quick pass to Deacon Moss, but quickly shut down.
The interesting play call that time with a quick swing pass to Deacon Moss. That's going to be a gain of 7. It's almost as if they weren't even trying to get the first down.
And punt team is coming on the field.
The punt team's coming on the field. Andrew Green's tired of returning all these punts, but.
And that was quickly shut down by Hayden Sanchez. We haven't seen him all game, but he's starting to put on a show.
Trying to think they might fake some of these punts. The way this game is going.
Here's the punt. And
better punt than we've seen.
Punt.
And that's a really good punt, actually. That's going to go from 1 10-yard line all the way to the other 21-yard line.
I think they gained more yards on the punt than their actual scoring.
End up being around a 54-yard punt with the roll. Andrew Green maybe had a chance to field that to prevent the ball from rolling back about 15 yards, but chose to not. Maybe trying to avoid the muff.
And the Warriors offense coming back onto the field. Rudy Alcala excited for another touchdown, jumping up and down.
See, sideline shot here. That's Fadi El-Halou.
Almost getting tripped, but he's ready to go in the game. Rudy Alcala under the center. Quick handoff to Ethan Mudd, but quickly shut down by 75.
Yeah.
Dylan Machella.
Yeah, you can see, like, Dylan McHale, he's just been all over. That's the 2nd time he stopped Ethan Mudd right away. I mean, how else would you be able to go through 6'4" and 230 pounds?
Yeah, Rudy Alcala under the center. And a quick outside run by Charlie Rippon. And great run by Charlie Rippon to the 37-yard line.
Jumps forward there at the end a little bit for an extra 3 yards. That's going to move the sticks. Warrior first down.
Almost a bad handoff. Looks like Rudy and Charlie like collided together.
Yeah, the handoff was juggled a little bit, but Charlie Rippon made the most of it. Got a first down.
Yeah, but a great run by Charlie Rippon. Charlie Rippon's really crucial on those outside runs. As we see in previous games, he does that a lot. Gets his good yards. Rudy call it under the center. And dropping back for a pass. Quick pass to Vanderploeg.
Trying to spin outside. He's going to be
But-
marked out of bounds.
But the ball on the 41-yard line for a good 4 yards. 40-yard line for a
Clock
good 2 yards.
continues to run with the score being what it is.
I guess a little miscommunication over on Rudy and Vander. Looked like Vander was supposed to go deep a little more. I guess not. Quick handoff to Caleb Huss. Caleb Huss waiting for that pole, and Caleb Huss running for a good 20 yards there.
Yeah, once again, we've seen patience from Ethan Ryan. Now we're seeing patience from Caleb Huss. And that's just a product of his offensive line. Them holding their blocks and him just waiting for a gap to form for him to burst through, escape to the second level, and elevate into the secondary. Great to run for about 20 yards that time.
Rudy call it under center, and a little handoff to Ethan Mudd on the right side. Ethan Mudd spinning off, but eventually going down at the 42.
Yeah, it's going to be Dylan McHale once again bringing him down after that quick spin move, trying to elude all of those Vaquero defenders.
Seems like Dylan McHale is the only one that cares on that defense.
He's definitely been he's definitely made an impact.
As we see here, the defensive line on the Irvine Vaqueros is very tired.
How can you not when you're trying to tackle Ethan Mudd and Caleb Huss the whole game?
Drops back. Open pass to Charlie Rippon. Charlie Rippon coming for the receiving touchdown.
Touchdown Warriors! Charlie Rippon just escaping down the sideline. Absolutely no one knew that he was even there. Most wide open throw I've ever seen Rudy Alcala have to make. That's going to run up the score. Troy 41, Irvine 6, pending the extra point. Charlie Rippon just, the defense just forgot about him. No excuse for that.
Yeah, and if you're at the game, you can see Danny Aguirre celebrating. We hit it in a weird dance, but coming on the PAT. Hayden Sanchez coming for his second PAT of the game.
See if he can up that to 2 fantasy points. Ooh, almost blocked actually, but he gets the kickoff.
For his second second fantasy point. Irvine, it's Troy 42, Irvine 6. Third quarter, 4:44 left. As we see,
You can get a replay of this Charlie Rippon touchdown.
Charlie Rippon wide open. No one on him. Even if you could hear the coach say, "Oh shit."
Apologies for that, folks. But coaches up here definitely distressed. The defensive coordinator we're sitting right next to.
Everybody up for the kickoff. Yeah, both offensive and defense coordinators right next to us on the other side of this wall. But as we see the 42-6, we'll see more second-string players coming onto the field.
Yeah, Andrew Acuna, Fadi Ahulu, definitely going to get their
varsity playing time.
And this is where like the stars are born. Like last year, Ethan Mudd, he started off not as a huge contributor, but he worked his roll up game by game, and now he's basically in that starting running back position behind Caleb Huss, or alongside Caleb Huss.
And kickoff by Hayden Sanchez, deep kick.
Finally a deep kickoff, fielded by Vaquero. He's going darting down the sideline, number 26 that is. That's going to be Jaden Burke.
And quickly pushed out by 12, Paul Ortega. But a good stop because it looked like if Paul Ortega wasn't there, he would have got a lot more yards. And Warrior defense coming onto the field. This time with some new defensive linemen. Looking like Christopher Ponce. I know that guy personally. And Chase Darby Down, number 77.
Yeah, Coach Chavez, knowing this is their senior night, wants to let every senior get a chance to play, especially when the game is at this score.
Yeah.
He wants to preserve his starters and let everyone have great memories for their senior night. You see, just briefly saw the huddle there on the sideline, Warrior sideline.
Yeah. And let's see what Irvine's got to say for the score. Koabua, quick handoff to number 32, looking like quickly shut down by the middle linebacker. Cruz Ginter and Chase Darby Dom.
Seamus Hoffman that time. He's had no success all game running the ball. This Warrior defensive line's just been shutting him down every time.
And no success passing either. We get so much pressure they can't get the ball like 2 seconds out of the pocket. It makes Koabua run the ball half the time.
Irvine has their backup quarterback in. That's going to be number 6, Sina Safarzadeh. That's his first pass, incomplete to James Enderton. So maybe the Vaqueros have conceded this game with, unless Koabui did have, he went down pretty hard earlier in this game. Maybe they're trying to prevent him from getting further injured, but he's been avoiding this. Like, this Warrior defense line has had so much pressure on the entire game. So they now have their backup quarterback in, Sina Safarzadeh.
Maybe they're saving Koabua for next game.
So
Defensive lineman on tilt, motioning number 9.
Enderton in motion.
And Cena dropping back, but seems like no pressure. And pick by Cruz Ginter, looking like. And Cruz Ginter looking at up the stands.
Cruz Ginter picking off Safarzadeh. Not a good start to his QB campaign, but
Quick defensive shutdown by the Warriors.
That might have been the. What's ironic about that is that might have been the only clean pocket the Vaqueros have seen all game, and it results in an interception. So they can't have a clean pocket. The receivers can't get open downfield. This offense is just ground to a standstill after that first touchdown.
And the offense is coming back on the field. The offensive starter is looking like
Rudy Ocala is still in this game.
Ready to score another touchdown.
Try to tack onto that record he has. That's going to be Caleb Huss now. He hands the ball off too. Gain of 4 that time. Is the clock ever going to stop now because we're waiting by so much? Is the clock ever going to stop? Yeah. It will? I thought that I had the
Handoff to Caleb Huss down the middle, but getting a good amount of yards, probably like 6 yards looking like. The Warriors 3 and 6 to go. Yeah, as the offensive line scores like, or the whole offense scores like 6 touchdowns in this game, they're definitely getting tired. They're going to put the second stringers in soon. But Rudy Alcala under center for now. And quick handoff to Ethan Mudd. Ethan Mudd cuts left. It gets a few more yards. Looking like the first down marker.
Yeah, the sticks will trot forward. Ethan Mudd with a plethora of first downs this game.
Yeah, chain gains, feet are definitely hurting. They've been moving a lot. And Warriors offense breaking huddle. And looking like a flip over from Kellen and Charlie.
Definitely expecting a run on this play.
And looking like a sweep play, but open hole, but 28 cuts down in the middle. But a good run by Caleb Huss, getting a good at least 5 yards during that.
Jaden Burke on the Vaqueros, the first person to try to stop that. Now under 2 minutes in this third quarter. See a nice replay there.
Yeah, you see a very big hole. Shit that guy just creeped in and tackled Caleb Huss. And Ethan Mudd handoff, and looking like almost a touchdown again.
Still on his feet.
Cutting back, still on his feet.
all the way down to the 1 yard line, but Ethan Munt just dashing on his feet, jumping left, jumping right. No Vaquero knows where to go to bring him down. Ethan Munt, what a run that time. The elusiveness on full display.
Yeah, Ethan Munt can't seem to get tackled by the Vaqueros. And Ethan Munt is also very shifty. He's dodging all these tackles.
I mean, officially, this is a fullback, but that's one damn shifty fullback, if I've ever seen one.
It's 101 right now.
Yes.
Looking like just a quick inside run. Looking like, oh, yep, there's the
And
inside
that's going to
run.
be a
Ethan
touchdown.
Munt.
Warriors. Ethan Munt with his second touchdown of the game, I believe. But that's going to put the score. Warriors 48, Irvine 6. 7 touchdowns scored in this game.
And here comes our 7th PAT of the game.
So David Mark had 4 fantasy points. Now Hayden Sanchez,
See if Hayden Sanchez can catch up.
see, if he makes this one, Warriors score another touchdown then.
You see, they're equal. And down
Up
the
and
middle
good.
again.
Good kicking we've seen. But that's going to make the Warriors go up by 43 points. High score rules do dictate that when a team is up by more than 35 points in the second half, the clock will not stop as frequently. You know, we've only had like one close game this entire year, and that's the game we lost 42-41 to Foothill. It's amazing to see what this Warrior offense and defense, just the entire team, has put on a show this entire season. One negative aspect of it is that our student section tends to lose its enthusiasm by the second half because there's nothing really to cheer for if we're up by 45 points.
Yeah.
Only exception was it being the Battle of the Nations game in Sunny Hills. That student section was electric all the way through, but man, that's Sunny Hills. But our student section, half of it's gone, the other half is just sitting down. And how can you blame them when we're up 43 points?
Yeah, even my energy comes down a little even when like Vanderpool scores a touchdown. It's kind of normal.
You got a quick shout out there by Warrior coach.
Coach Tack. And kickoff coming on the field. Good kickoff players. Damian Vasquez, Caleb Huss, Cruz Ginter with a recent interception too. Noah Heathington, Kingston Watts. And kickoff deep by Hayden Sanchez. Looking around the 10-yard line. Caught though quickly. And quickly shut down by number 7 Cameron Baker and number 30 Joel Clemente. And looking like more second stringer defense is coming onto the field. This time with number 66, Andy Liu, coming on the field. He started last game with Christopher Ponce and Chase Darby Dom. I know all of them personally. They're very good people.
See a replay of the kickoff here. Number 26, that's going to be Jaden Burke. Just caught it in momentum, but couldn't make anything of it. Now Safarzadeh, after throwing a pick on the last drive, let's see what he can do this time.
Into snaps the ball, quick handoff, and this time it's a little more successful. Well, because we have a new defensive line in, they got to get used to Irvine's offensive line.
Yeah, Seamus Hoffman, sorry. That might be his first successful play all game as we go just under a minute in this third quarter.
Yeah, we'll see more of the offensive line getting some more work and maybe the ball running a little more. And one of our kickoff players, number 12, Paul Ortega, seeing some action at safety, looking like.
Saw Andrew Green on the tackle there. See Andrew Acuna practicing his throws on the sideline.
Seen a quick handoff, almost shut down. And shut down, looking like at the 35.
Dane Schultz had an opportunity right away to shut that play down in the backfield. But Seamus Hoffman just escaped that. Turned that what would have been a loss of a few yards to a gain of round 2. And that's going to be the last play of this third quarter.
Yeah, quickly slipped out of Dane Schultz's hands. But it's all right. They didn't get a first down.
End of the third quarter. Heading into the fourth quarter will be Vaqueros' ball with 12 minutes left to go in the game. Warriors with a commanding 43-point lead. next Friday, the Warriors will take on the El Toro Chargers away.
Irvine actually recently beat the Chargers, so if this game kind of sums up what Irvine did against the Chargers, what are we going to do against the Chargers?
If the team we blew out the Chargers, that just means we get a blowout squared. I think that's how the math maths.
And if we win this game, we are actually league champs in our league. The Iota, is it the Iota League?
Iota League, yeah. If we win this game, we are guaranteed a CIF game.
And the defense is coming onto the field. Seeing a handoff, quick handoff.
Hoffman. Seamus Hoffman darting down the sideline, still going.
But shut down by Hayden Sanchez.
With garbage time now in this game, that's the most successful play the Vaqueros have had the entire game. Seamus Hoffman finally coming in stride against his second string defense.
Yeah, great run, outside run by him.
Yeah, with the win here, folks, Troy will be the inaugural Iota League champions. So, I mean, that's 3, I guess, records you could call. So Rudy Ocala broke the record for touchdown passes. Vader Plug broke the record for receiving touchdowns. And Troy is the first ever Iota League champion, barring a somehow 43-point comeback in 11 minutes.
Number 2 motioning
That's
to
Spivey.
the right side. And quick handoff by him.
And around.
And
Ooh.
cut. And a flag thrown.
And flag thrown on the play, likely going to be a hold on the Vaqueros. The Vaqueros coach is not happy about that call. Maybe wanting equal treatment for Warrior penalties. Warriors offensive line may have gone away with a few holds, but
Yeah, especially you saw during the second quarter, one of our guards, he jumped off sides and like it was very obvious, but there was no call on that either.
But we do appreciate all that the refs do coming to these games and providing their best services. I can't imagine that even if all those calls went against us, that would somehow erase a 43-point deficit. But thanks so much to these refs for, well, refereeing. So, great replay that time, slow motion. See,
Yeah,
the refs still discussing what happened. I mean,
it's kind of obvious.
Is the clock supposed to be running? Oh, it's a mercy roll?
Yeah, as we see our second string defense coming in, more and more the offensive lineman will probably get an easier target instead of like our usual Tommy Inouye and Frank
yeah,
Fan.
we're gonna call holding. Holding number 22, and then it's gonna be face mask. That's gonna be offsetting penalty. So basically, just replay. But since the Warriors are up 43 points, all that discussion, the clock does not stop.
Yeah, the clock ran 30 seconds for
Well,
nothing, basically.
So, folks, just a quick update on high school rules. Now that the Warriors are up by more than 35 points and it's the fourth quarter, the clock will only stop at timeouts and scores. No out of bounds plays will stop the clock. No incomplete passes.
Cena number 6 in shotgun. Their backup QB doubles on the right side.
Safarzadeh looking to make some magic happen in these
And
final
and
moments.
Pressure, but almost picked by Hayden Sanchez right through his hand. Oh, maybe he caught it a little bit, but it looked like it was right through his hands.
Hayden Sanchez almost picked off Safarzadeh. That'd be Safarzadeh's second pick in 2 drives. Throwing into double covers that time. Like,
Yeah, almost picked off again, once again.
Hayden Sanchez is disappointed with himself there. He couldn't make that pick.
Almost a free pick for Hayden Sanchez and Noah Heathington on that ball.
You can see a lot of backups there.
Cena.
So
And quick pass to number 18, but shut down by Hayden Sanchez.
Enzo,
got put in the second half and put it on a show for us.
yeah, Enzo Cahoon that time. That's his first reception. Second string wide receiver. Just could not go anywhere. Hayden Sanchez was right there to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, as we see, we got good pressure from the outside linebackers on this play and last play. And that's good for the Warriors right now.
See backup receiver number 88, Leon Carrillo, also walking on the field.
Yeah, we can see the defensive line here. All great guys. Ponce with a lethal face guard. And Cena in the shotgun.
Safarzadeh. Cahoon in motion.
Quick handoff to number 32, but quickly shut down.
That's
Looking
number
like 28.
25.
Oh,
That's
looking 25?
Russell James Sason making the tackle that time. Little highlight for his senior night. See on the replay here that it was.
Oh, Russell Sason, number 25.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, coaches putting all these seniors in, getting those little highlight clips for senior night, making their parents proud.
That could be you one day, Arden. You're gonna be out on that field next year?
I'm gonna be on that field next year. Cena gets snap, almost good pressure.
Ooh, quick
And
slant that time.
Quick slam, but quickly also down.
And number 17, Dominican Vassin. That's gonna be a first down for the Vaqueros. You saw the Warrior secondary just playing way back, just preventing any deep plays. Allows that little underneath across the field passes though. So this Vaquero drive will continue.
Yeah, this is probably the longest defensive drive the Warriors had all game.
Yeah.
Usually they get shut down real quick.
The
In 5 to 4 plays.
See another replay here. Quick pass made.
Quickly shut down by looking like Andy Liu and Noah Heathington on that ball. Andy Liu slipped a little, almost got him. But a good tackle by Noah Heathington there. Probably for the TFL there. Second down. Ball in the 22.
Five minutes, 30 left, fourth quarter. Ball on the 22-yard line, second and 10.
And quick slant to number 18 looking like, and on the Warriors, or on the 2-yard line, almost a touchdown. But shut down for almost for the touchdown.
And that's gonna put them goal on the 2-yard line. So the Warriors just seemingly giving up these across the middle passes. So unless this Warrior defense decides to lock in now, it's likely going to be another score here for the Vaqueros.
And the Vaqueros got 2 yards to go, probably inside run looking like, oh, QB run, read option, and looks like they got the touchdown. Oh, wait, never mind.
They're going to call it a touchdown. It's going to be a read option by number 6, the backup QB, Sina Safarzadeh. The read option that time.
Probably a good stat to put on a stat card. And it looks like the Vaqueros are going for 2 once again. Let's see if they can achieve the 2-point this time.
We only have 10 out there. We're missing somebody, probably our holder. We're missing.
10 people out on the field.
Yeah, looking like the Vaqueros got 1 missing. And 1 running onto the field looking like the wing for the left side, number 0, Brandon
Figueroa. Deacon Moss, the kicker. I didn't realize he also was kicking.
Yeah, one of their star receivers is also a kicker. He's like our star corner, but he's a kicker
It's like
too.
Vanderpool being our starting punter.
Oh yeah, that too. And Deacon Moss with a good +1 fantasy point for starting him.
That's going to be their first and likely only extra point. Clock continuing to run. Maybe it was my apologies. clock only subs for timeouts.
Score update 49-13. Troy is 49 and the Irvine Vaqueros are 13. 3 minutes and a little above 3 minutes for the rest of the quarter, the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this clock is going to keep on ticking, and this Warrior drive will definitely be the last drive of the game.
And kickoff is coming onto the field or kickoff return. Third time seeing kickoff return this
Do
day.
you think the Warriors might want to run up and score to drop a 50 bomb on these guys?
I don't think the
Yeah, in the Lewis sportsmanship, they're probably just gonna run this clock out.
Everybody up for the kickoff.
And a lot of these fans knowing that this is the last drive of the game.
As the game kept going on, our student section died out a little.
Maybe an onside kick. A lot of discussion for a normal kickoff. The stance also looks a little different. Let's see what they decide to go with here now.
It's
It's gonna be a deep kick actually.
Deep kick to Andrew Green looking like. Let's see if Andrew Green can get
Oh.
a extra yard for the Warriors. And actually stopped at the 37-yard line. A good placement for the second string offense right now.
Yeah, but this definitely will be the last drive. Warriors only have to run maybe just two or three plays to run the rest of this clock out.
Let's see if the second offensive line can score a touchdown. Some seniors on that line are like Anthony Garcia, Fadi, El Hulu, Jacob Santos.
And this is we're gonna see shades of Andrew Acuna, likely gonna be our starting quarterback next year with Alcala graduating.
Not sure what we're doing over here, but
1, 2, 3. Wait.
Connor Ordonez coming back for a recent injury, going for one more down, and they kneel. I think the Warriors are done after this.
That will be
Connor Ordonez coming for another play from his recent injury.
the
Warriors celebrating.
The
here for
Warriors
senior
now
night.
in victory formation on the QB kneel.
Looking like they're all trying to get the seniors one play before they kneel.
Number 30.
Connor Ordonez and they're subbing everyone on that.
Every senior
They're trying to get every senior in there.
for victory formation.
They should let Tommy Inouye run the ball too.
That'd be a sight to see. But with that, folks, that final kneel, the Troy Warriors are your 2024 Iota League champions with a 49-13 win over the Irvine Vaqueros. The Warriors are the inaugural Iota League champions. What a historic game this was. The first league championship, basically, game of the Iota League. Then
And a blowout for the Warriors.
a blowout for the Warriors. Then a record-setting performance by both Rudy Alcala and Vander Plug, with Rudy Alcala breaking his own record last year with touchdown passes, and Vander Plug breaking the receiving touchdowns record previously set by Declan Haley.
And the Warriors' record is 8-1, 4-0 league right now. League champs for the Warriors.
We welcome you back into this press box. Throughout this broadcast, throughout this entire season with senior, I'd like to thank the administration. I'd like to thank Mr. Padgett, Dr. Minster, Ms. Fletcher, Dr. Wills. All of them have allowed us to continue what we're doing here at Troy Omni. I'd like to thank the entire Omnia staff, Mr. Knowles, and all our producer, Ian Diaz, my co-announcer here, Arden Lai, who've done an amazing job. The scorekeeper here, Mr. Sofield, the stadium PA, Mr. Wilson, Coach Wilson, all year. The entire team of both administration and Omnia has put a lot of work into making these broadcasts, and we like to, last and not least, and actually the most important thank you goes to you all, the viewers. So thank you for sticking with us this entire season, and we hope to see you in CIF. Thank you and have a good night.